Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome you to my channel. If this is your first time visiting, please get subscribed, like the video, comment if you have anything to say. So, today I'm going to be talking about clinicals. I'm going to give brief explanations about clinicals. Yes, as a nurse student, you are entitled to do clinicals. Yes, it's very compulsory and it's not optional. You need to do clinicals. You need to do clinicals. Yes. So, I'm going to give you details how you have to cope up with certain things whilst you are on clinical periods. So, please, you need to listen attentively and follow me carefully. Yes. So, one thing about clinicals is that it's a practical knowledge you have to learn. Like it's not there, you are not going there to perform maybe solutions or something like that, like you did in chemistry or sodium. But no, it's clinicals and it's a practical knowledge you need to learn about how you will explore when you come out. So one thing you need to note is that you have to be respectful. No matter how you are, no matter how if you are disobedient and stubborn you are, please, at this point, it's not more about anything. It's about respect. Because it's your career opportunity and you need to pay any good attention or any kind of price that you have to pay to get everything. But I didn't mean you have to go and pay money also. No, what I mean is that being respectful is a price you are paying because you have to respect and it's a price. So that is how it is. So you'll be running errands. They might send you to go and buy this or something because you see that the nurses and maybe midwives in the hospitals might ask you to buy them something or something like that when they are busy. So you need to respond to that because you need not to feel too big also because no matter how you are, even if I have BS more than I, so you don't need to say I will not go or something like that. Please, you have to run errands if they send you. Yes, you can't say this is not part of my competencies, so it's not part of my clinical. So how do you expect me to go and buy you this? No, please, you have to respect. So you have to also look good in appearance. You have to always dress gently in your attire. Yes. So you need to always look like, yes, you want to really be a professional. So you have to always dress professionally in your uniform. Yes. So there are competences that your teachers or lecturers will be giving to you to send to the hospital that you'll be doing your clinicals. Yeah, you submit it there. Yes, they will take it and then they will look at the limit of knowledge you are coming to learn because that doesn't mean that's all because every semester you'll be doing clinicals. And it depends on what you learned in school because the competency complies of what maybe your lecturers teach you and they think to this point you can learn or maybe you can do. So that is why they always give you to go and your in charges will work in line with that one to teach you the practical knowledge of what is there. So sometimes you have to also be observative. So as a nurse student going for clinicals, you need to be very, very observative because there are a lot of things they are going to be doing there. Like you see maybe wound dressing or admitting a patient because it's just like going to the hospital for checkup. You see how they respond to you, so that is how things are. So you need to cope up with all lot of these things. Yes, you need to observe what they are doing, how they admit, how they dress wounds, or how maybe. So you need to be observative because this is the practical knowledge you need to learn. These things you don't learn, you go and you forget. No, you need to remember it and you need to memorize it because, maybe if you forget about wound dressing, maybe if you become a nurse. So how do you dress a wound if a patient is admitted? So you see that you are going to suffer. So this, you keep it in your mind and you become serious contact with it. So what we are moving next is that you have to also work under supervision. We work under supervision because you don't think maybe because I've reached level 200, level 300 and maybe I'm always at the verge of completing or graduating. I know everything, so like if I go for my clinicals, Charlie, if they submit a patient or something like that, so I have to do this. No, you don't do that. You need to work under supervision. You need to work under supervision. So no matter how things are, so you have to always work under supervision. Because you don't say because I know this or something. No, you might do the wrong thing. And you have to always work in line with them. So you have to always work under supervision, be permitted or be instructed before you do things you're supposed to do. So, in fact, what I always emphasize is about observing, because everything about this profession is about observation. Yes, and you have to also believe in actions, not fast. Actions, not fast, because like you don't. Sometimes a patient only just want to be better. Like when you are proving certain facts to the patient, doesn't make the patient feel comfortable. The patient just needs to be better, and that is the action you need to take. So certain things are there you need to be in mind, and you take it serious. So I will bring the explanation to this one, but I'm going to release what I was just explaining so that you understand it better. I told you to respect, run errands if in case they're seeing you. You are not going there to run errands, but in case they ask you to do or buy something for them. So you look good in appearance, yes. So the competencies too, you need to work in line. Don't write what you didn't learn or what you didn't do, because they will ask you to do this or something like that. So if you go and write beyond that, it will not. So your schedule book is very, very important. So after everything, observation will be made from that. So you have to be observative, and you need to work under supervision. So please, if you are very, very excited about today's video, if you hit on the subscribe button, like the video, comment if you have anything to say or if you have any question to ask me under this just brief explanation. Yes, I know you are one of the best person that is going to become a very good and competent professional nurse or midwife in the later future. In fact, I am very proud of you whilst you watch this video. So remember not to forget to also give him a subscribe and my like. Remember, comment if you have any question. In fact, may God bless you. May God give you the knowledge and the experience to become a very competent and professional nurse or midwife to the nation and the society as well. I'm very proud of you. Thank you for watching. See you later in my next video.
In my next video, I'm going to be explaining about the schedule book. I'm going to talk much about the schedule book, how you get your schedule book, how you are going to develop your schedule book. So I want you to subscribe, like the video. Also, don't forget to comment, because I don't want you to miss the next video. About the schedule book is very important. So keep your subscription active and turn on the notification bell. Anywhere from now, you will see that video at your notification. Thank you for watching.